everybody, it's Linda here and welcome to my studio if you are new. I haven't been on in a while for various personal reasons. Nothing bad, everything is fine. But I was sitting down thinking today and I got this little idea of doing some doodle, which is my favorite thing to do. Um, but I've also been interested, I'm all over the place, but I'm also interested in learning about portraits. So even though I haven't been online, a friend of mine sent me this picture after I did this one. Now, this is not a really good portrait. This is just something that I whipped up in my head. I did it online. I wasn't looking at a reference picture, but I was like, you know what? She's perfectly imperfect. But so then my friend Lee sent me this picture of her, and because I don't think I'm ready to draw her freehand, I traced her and I did this. Now, I'm not saying that this is good. By no means is it really good, but and I also took out her glasses because I found it a little tricky. I'm not happy with this side of the nose, but it's okay for a first time. I will probably be practicing this more. And I am taking an online class, and we're working on portraits, which is not what I'm going to be doing tonight, but just so that you can see that I have not just like fallen off the edge. I have been doing a little bit of work here, learning about faces and eyes, and well, I didn't do the nose, but so anyway, that's not really a lot, but that's what I've been kind of doing, trying to get myself back into it. But well, my favorite thing to do, which is very freeing, is working and doing doodling things. So I was just sitting in bed thinking, what can I do? And I just came up with an idea. Anyway, so I took out some markers from this pad that I got, which is, let me open it up. Let me get the cover out. If you haven't already seen this, these are watercolor pens, and there's 48 in here, and it's by Doodle, if you can see that. Okay, I really like it. It was recommended. So I just grabbed a bunch of markers, and I just, I did some, like just putting them on this paper. I love lime green. It's like one of my favorite colors. And so I'm going to mix some of the other colors with it. So what I have here is a block, and it's by Bohong. Bohong, from what I'm hearing from another influencer, is that it's also made by Meeden. It's from China, and it is hot press. Hot press is a great piece of watercolor paper to use when you're doing mixed media. And I'm going to be using the markers, the watercolor paints, and my brush pens by, who is it by? Tombo Furusuki. And okay, so I think what I'm going to do is use a pencil just to start my little doodle idea, and then I'll go over it with these markers, these colored markers. Not that it's necessary, but that's what I'm going to do. And I'm not going to, okay, so this is just to help guide me. Okay, so we'll start with, I have these 3 greens that I pulled out. I just want to look at this again. There was one color that I really liked. Which one was it now? It might be that one. Yeah, I do love lime green. Yeah, I love that too. That, maybe we'll use this one. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to follow this line. And although it wasn't necessary to do, oh, you know what? I should turn on my light. Do I have my light on? No, there's my light. Okay, now I hope you can see that better. I can see better. I don't know that it looks so much better in the camera. So I'm just basically going over this pencil line. And it's okay that the pencil shows through. That doesn't bother me. Here we go. And it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Nothing in this world is perfect. Okay, I'm just going over this. Something I have a habit of doing, going over things. Okay, so we got that line. Now let's go for, let's see, one of these pinks. I got a red in here. I don't want to use red. So let's see. That's a nice pink. And this is more of a purpley. I'm going to use the pink. Okay, so here we go. We're going in. And I have a little bit of a shaky hand. It's okay. And what I like about doodling is it's very freeing. It's relaxing. And anybody can do this. Anyone. Okay, so the next one we're going to go over is, I have this, I put these two colors out. I like that orange. And I have, it's more of a yellow. Maybe we'll use the one that's more yellowy. And we'll do that. Okay, I just realized something. Okay, I forgot to take out my stencils. That's what I realized. And we're going to, you know what? We're going to do this color on this side. Here we go. And it's a little bit sloppy, but you know what? We're going to make that work. What I mean by sloppy is it kind of got a little, but I actually like that look. Okay, and then we're going to go over here. We're going to use the smaller one and another green. There we go. We got that going. Now I have some geometric shapes that I would like to use. And you know, you don't have to necessarily buy all these products. You can utilize whatever you have at home. The idea is to be creative, have fun, and enjoy your life. And the purpose of this YouTube channel is to inspire you to not be afraid, to take out your toys and have fun. Okay, so we're just gonna make different shapes along this. So that's what I want to encourage you. Oh, look at that. Okay. Put one down here. Should we do the same color? Let's take this out. And we're just having fun. Okay. So next I'm going to take out my brush pens. I can't think. Sorry. Okay, so we're going to start over here. I'm going to do lines. why not? And I feel like I was bumping. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to get out my brushes and my paints. Okay, so we're going to make something that looks a little bit we're going to mix these two colors, yellow and the green. And we're going to go around. I'm going to bring that around like that. And you can see it's blending in with the marker. Okay. And maybe what we'll do, add a little bit more green to that. And we'll do a little line like this. I've never done this before with the paints and the, let me get a napkin. Okay, that's not good. Okay, 1 second. So I'm just experimenting. I'm going to add some color here. I'm going to get some pink over here and add some water to it. You can see how that's looking. And we're going to let that drip. And it's not really looking that good right now. So let's not be too judgmental. Because a lot of times things don't look good when you first start. And then later on, they look different. They start to look better. Let's get that blue. Add that. Okay. I'm going to dry this. So I don't really like the way this came out. And then I was splashing. I don't know what I was doing there. And I decided to fill this square in. So now we're going to just doodle. Okay, so what I want to do down here is put in some lines. So I'm going to put lines up and down this area. So I decided to, instead of just going in one direction, I'm going in different directions. It's super easy. As you can see, I'll just show you here one demonstration. And for me, this is extremely relaxing. There's no stress. You don't have to go to school for this. Anyone can do it. So I started doing some little squirrelies with this white Signo pen. That doesn't always work. But the trick is you have to be very gentle with it when you press down on your paper so that the ink will come out. And as bad as that looked when I first put that down, I think it looks a little bit better right now. Okay. So we're going to do, let me get out some different, okay, we got this. It's a little, no, that's too thick. Let's try this one. Okay, so here I'm just going to do swirls, and I'm going to bring them out like that. Am I in view? Yes, I am. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is put some dots in between the lines. So after I went over and did these squiggly lines with the Stettler, which one was it? 3.3? Yeah, the 0.3. I went and picked out the 1.0 because it has a little bit bigger of a nub, but not as big as the other one, just to give it a little bit more vibrancy. And I think I'm going to go on this side, and I see this shape. So what I'm going to do is just follow it like this. So it's a little different. We got that. Okie dokie. So the next thing I want to do, I don't want to use that. I want to, I'm gonna put that there and that there. And I'm going to use, I'm going to do squigglies in here. So I'm going to do a little dot and then go around, give this one a little dot. I'll put a little dot in there, dot there. A little dot there. I'm not sure if I was in view with the phone here, camera. So I'm just going to show you what I'm doing. I'm making a little dot and then I'm going around it with a swirl. I'm going to put a little dot here with no swirl, a little dot here with no swirl. So some of them will have swirls and some won't. So after doing all these swirls, I'm going to outline this gold line that I started. I just like the way that looks. There we go. And I think I'll outline the other lines. So I just decided to add some green paint and let it just, I don't know, the paint is acting weird on this paper for some reason. It feels like there's like some kind of, I want to say like glue or something. It's very weird. Okay, I didn't want that to happen. So we're going to try and mop that up. Okay. So let's look at this corner over here that I don't like. And let's see what we can do. Okay, this one's not working on here. So basically all I'm doing is just trying to outline where the paint dispersed and bring something else out in a very ugly pattern. Try to make it look a little better. Okay, so let's go over here and do the same thing. And we can do circles. Okay, we're over to here now. Okay, so let's cut these in half. And we'll go back to that. Okay, so some of the other things I want to do. Okay, so down here, let's just outline the shape of the water. And we're going to do a checkered board here. Okay, then we're going to start down here by coloring in every other one. So I'm going to go back to the markers, and I'm just going to add some shapes. Maybe come around here. So you have to remember, this is a doodle. I had no idea what I was going to do. I still am not 100% sure. It's just intuitive. Okay, and we're going to get out some green. And it looks like my battery is getting ready to die, so I have to plug in.